I'm having a vision!
A green-headed girl.
She seems so real.
Greetings.
We are the magician morticians,
The artistes of the afterlife.
So, as your masters, we order you to turn around and,
You're tripping.
All right!
Cat's demons are raising an army of the dead.
Ding dong! Gotcha!
My demons, my problem.
And Selick is back with another creepy kids movie. Sort of. But went to Netflix. But, oh well. We got another one. This time, it's Wendell and Wild. So, this movie, this was Henry Selick's return to directing. I believe the last movie he did was Coraline, I believe, which, is a creepy kids movie. This, this one is a little less creepy, but it's still got his style on it, like the way the environments are, or the characters especially, how the way they look. They look creepy. So, yeah, go into this totally expecting like creature, like designs from like Coraline or like Monkey Bone or James and the Giant Peach, and yeah, so it's got his style all over it. But this movie, it is adapted from his, I believe, book of the same name, but this is also produced, stars, and he co-wrote the script with Selick, Jordan Peele. So it has the Monkey Paw Productions logo on it. So this movie is about a girl who had a very traumatic experience with her parents when she was a kid, and then grew up to kind of be like, not necessarily an outcast, but like kind of had a bad hand. And so she gets sent to this like boarding school where these two demons named Wendell and Wild, voiced by Keegan Michael Key and Jordan Peele, which is always a plus because they're funny together. And they find this girl and tell her, hey, if you let us out, then we'll help you with anything you want. And so then she does, and because Wendell and Wild are two brothers who also, it's pretty much known that demons won't do exactly what they won't do exactly what they say they're gonna do. It's just in movies, that's just what they do. So she then says, well, they're my demons, so they're my problem, so I have to put them away, but also she has to come to the realization of, living with the past. So, it's really cool to see Henry Selick come back and do another movie, because I really like Coraline. I thought that was really cool and creepy, and somehow slipped by with a PG rating, even though this one is a PG-13, and somehow it's less tamer, or it's a little tamer than I would say Coraline. But that's also because in this, it has a lot more comedy than I think his past movies have been. Where with Coraline, it's adapted from Neil Gaiman, who also wrote Sandman, where his stories are very much like dark and like depressing in a way. And then if you go to like James and the Giant Peach, it was like this just very odd movie. and it was like, oh, all of these creatures are living inside this giant peach. Yeah, okay, thanks. I don't think I'll eat fruit ever again. But this movie, the script is done by both Henry Selick and Jordan Peele. And if you watched Key and Peele, then the comedy, both Key and Peele, they're awesome in like in everything they do. You know, even if something they do isn't totally 100% great, just their chemistry together just works so well. They're a great comedy duo, which is why their show worked as well as it did, and why it was so funny. It's them in stop motion, and in fact, the way that Wendell and Wild actually look very similar to Key and Peele. So, like, when I saw the trailer, I'm like, oh, it's the two of them. Before even hearing the voices, I'm like, oh yeah, that looks like them. Like that works. So but this is a really cool movie, and it also has a really good cast. You know, you have both Key and Peele, but you also have James Hong, Ving Rhames is in it. Angela Bassett is in it, and it's a really great cast. And I'm like, whoa, you're in this. Whoa, you're in this. And it's really cool. And I was expecting somewhat more of kind of like Coraline a little bit, but I need to remember that Selick adapted that one, not based on his own story. This one is based on his own story. And so this is a little bit, not necessarily lighthearted. I mean, there's still dark things in this movie. But, you know, whatever. Movie's a movie. So I really enjoy this movie. I think it you know, the stop motion, you know, Selick and his team, I think, once again, knocked it out of the park with this. The designs of the characters, I think, are great. The whole, like, playing with death kind of thing is a bit cool with this. And also, again, I need to praise Key and Peele, because they, you know, even though their names, you know, the movie is called Wendell and Wild, this really isn't about them. It's about the girl named Kate. It's really her story. It's really her movie. And Wendell and Wild are kind of a little bit in the background. So if you were expecting, like, once Wendell and Wild show up, and it just be solely, like, focused on them, like, causing mayhem or them getting into trouble, you're going to be kind of disappointed, because it's not really their movie, even though their names are in the title. So, yeah. But I think Henry Selick did a good job at making this movie. I think this would be a movie that I would go see in the theater. You know, especially with the cast, and then some of the way the shots are done, I just think are really great, and would be really great to see on a bigger screen besides TV. So, you know, but can't have everything. But I really enjoyed this movie, and there's really nothing bad I can say about it. But to me, I still like Nightmare Before Christmas more. I still like Coraline a bit better. I did, you know, even though I've seen James and the Giant Peach, I think I've seen it maybe like once or twice. This, I think, is better than that. So I still put Nightmare and Coraline above this. But this is still a really, really good movie. And, you know, if you're a big fan of Henry Selick's previous movies, I think you'll enjoy this, especially having the, Jordan Peele come in and help make the movie. I think is a plus because I love Jordan Peele. I love Get Out. I liked Us. I liked Nope, and yeah, I really like to see what he does next. But also Selick too, but his movies take forever because it's stop motion. So I think this gets great. Not all the way to amazing because, like I said, like Nightmare, that's definitely amazing. Coraline, I think I liked Coraline a lot more than this, but there were still times in this movie where I'm like, okay, that's funny, or like, okay, that's clever what you did, and yeah, I think if you go into it, with the mindset of this is supposed to be a kind of horror comedy edge, with Henry Selick kind of being the horror and then Jordan Peele kind of being the comedy writer in this, and even sometimes horror, I think you'll get a really good kick out of it.
Good morning, RBC. Reports of my death were greatly exaggerated.
I don't do friends. Bad things happen to people I'm close to.